In today's video, I'm going to be going over how to place a bet on any sport online. So I'm going to be introducing you to the best #1 sports book that I've been using over several years, and that is Bovada. Now I'm going to go ahead and show you guys how to simply place a bet on here. I'm going to go ahead and put a link in the description. If you haven't already signed up on Bovada, you can use that link to get a sign up bonus. You could check out the different bonuses. Once again, link in the description, and let's get started. So here's a demo account that I've created. It takes about 30 seconds to a minute to create an account, so you could quickly do that. And let's get started with this. So the great thing about Bovada is it's just not sports. There's a live dealer here. There's a casino as well. You can play poker. You can pretty much do everything. So it's an all-in-one sports book. So without wasting any more time, let me get into this. So let's say you're a basketball fan. You want to bet on basketball. I'm going to click on basketball. And then there is a number of games to bet on. And one of the things that I love about Bovada is there's live betting as well. So the Mavericks are playing the Wizards right now. It's 14-11, the first quarter. So you can either bet on the spread or you can bet on the money line. So when you bet on the spread, so I'm going to use this as an example over here because these numbers are going to keep changing. But let's say the Cavaliers versus the Heat. Now, if you want to bet on the money line means that you just pick a team that's going to win. And I'm going to pick the Miami Heat. So they're a -1,000, right? That means that they are the favorite. So if you see a minus, they're the favorite. If you see a plus, they're the underdog. So that plus 600 means if you were to bet $100, you're going to win 6 times, okay? So when you see that plus 600, you're going to just 6 times it. So if it's $1,000 you're placing, you're going to win $6,000, okay? If you're betting $10, it could be any amount, right? You're going to win 60. $1, you're going to win $6. So hopefully that makes sense. And I'll even show you guys this example real quick. So if I pick the Cavaliers, and since they are a huge underdog and they're likely to lose, you're going to win a lot of money if you win. So if you risk 100, let's say, right, you're going to win 600. Now, if you risk 1,000, you're going to win 6,000, right? You risk $1, you're going to win 6. You're winning 6 times your money. And one of the other questions I've been getting in a lot of my videos is, what about that 100 that you put in? So are you going to get this back? Yes. So this is the amount that you're going to win on top of the amount that you placed. So hopefully that makes sense. And once again, if you guys have any questions, do go ahead and comment below. I try to answer those questions in future videos and as well as in the comments as well. So how about if you want to pick the favorite, the Miami Heat? So since they're a -1,000, you're not going to really make much money by winning them, but you do have higher odds of winning. So if you bet that same 100, you're going to only win 10% of that, which is $10. You bet that 1,000, you're going to only win $100. Okay, so there's many things you can do. You can do parlays. So parlays is where you do multiple bets. So if you do a 3-team parlay, meaning you do 3 different bets over here and you hit all 3 of them on the money line, you would win about 6 times your money. Okay, actually I should say on the spread, sorry. If you hit it on the spread over here, since they're all -110, they're all lined up, you're going to win about 6 times your money. So hopefully that makes sense, but I just want to show you guys how to simply place a bet. Now you can do the spread. So the difference with the spread is, let's say I think that the Miami Heat are going to win, but if I pick the spread, that means they have to win by at least 12.5 points because they're a -12.5. Okay, so you can't win by 12.5. That means you have to win by 13 or more. Now I know this is very beginner, like that I'm making it very beginner friendly, but there's a lot of people that haven't placed bets, so I do kind of want to dive into details like this. So that means they have to win by 13. So you risk that 1,000, they're a -110. You're gonna win about $909. So when you're about -110, you're gonna be winning about 90% of that money. You're pretty much doubling your money almost. Okay, in other words, with this -110 when you're taking on the spread. Okay, so I'll be diving deeper into this in future videos, but there's a lot of different things you can do, such as props. You can see like what player is going to get how many points, or if they're going to get a triple-double, if they're going to get a certain amount of rebounds, under, over. You can even bet on how many points the game's going to be. So regardless of who wins, do you think this game over here between the Timberwolves and the 76ers is going to be over 225 points or under 225 points? So if you bet over 225, you're saying that the combined score is going to be over 225. For example, the Wolves win let's just say 200 to 100, right? Extreme example. So that's 300 points you would win. So once again, 110 over here to win 100. That number is the number over here that you have to bet to win $100. If you're putting in 110, you're gonna win $100. Sorry, so it's a minus 110. So like I said, you're pretty much doubling your money with the odds of around a minus 100 to minus 120. You're pretty much doubling your money, give or take, or very, very close, about 90%. So hopefully that makes sense. Now, let's go ahead and take a look at some of the other sports. So there's UFC, MMA. So here's certain fights that are for the 10th. So you can bet on all these different fights over here. You can bet on your favorite sports. Like I said, you can go ahead and go to like let's go to soccer. I'm not a soccer fan, but I don't know if there's any soccer games going on right now. So there is. You can bet on, all these different soccer games. So regardless of what's your favorite sport, that's how you place a bet. Now, the reason why you want to sign up on Bovada is because it's an all-in-one place. So there's a casino in here. You could play your favorite games. They have all these different games. Now, I know a lot of people, just from talking to people and experience, they do like playing casino games a lot more than sports. So they have all that in here. You don't need 5 different accounts for like 5 different, sports books and casinos. This is just like going to Las Vegas, but going online. So there's a live dealer over here. Okay. Now, if I go back to the casino, there's all these different categories like slots. You can play slots over here. And by using the link in the description, you're actually going to get a huge bonus when you sign up. So that might be something you might want to check out. And they also have poker, and they also have horse racing over here as well. So everything's in here, and this is the place you want to be at if you want to start betting on sports and potentially have the chance to make a huge amount of money. So if you guys have any questions, comment below. I'll see you guys in the next video.